Hey Leos, welcome to Abundant Life Divination. I'm Drea, and we're going to be doing your month ahead reading for October 2022. So let's jump right in, and we're going to start by pulling some oracle cards to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you guys. And the first card that we have out for you all is why? The question mark. Seems like there are a lot of questions swirling around my Leo collective. Let's pull another oracle card and see what else is happening for you. What other energy is surrounding you? Oh, remain positive. So for my Leos out there, this feels like a little bit of a heavy energy. What I'm feeling is that there are a lot of questions that don't necessarily have answers for you right now. And in the face of that, it's a little bit hard, I think, for you all to sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's almost like, why is this happening to me? Why can't I move ahead? Why can't I have this? Why can't I do that? And it's like you just keep asking yourself these questions over and over and over in your head. And at times, it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can make you feel like you want to give up. It can make you sort of question, why am I here? What am I doing? What is the point of all of this? And so I feel like Spirit is telling you that in the face of all of these questions that you may not have answers for right now, it's important for you to remain positive. It almost feels as though this is a bit of a rough patch for you and completely understandable. I think there are like 6 planets right now that are in retrograde. So the energy is a little bit in flux. It's a little bit all over the place. But Spirit is saying, hang in there. It's going to be okay. You need to know that something better is coming towards you, that there is something more for you out there. So even though you have these questions that may feel like you're kind of screaming into the void that you don't necessarily have clarity on right now, it's going to be okay. And you need to know that things are going to work out the way that they're supposed to for you. So even if you might be in a little bit of a rough patch right now, Leos, it's important for you to remain focused, to remain positive. You'll get the answers that you need in due time, in divine timing. So getting into some tarot, we're going to start with some energy that the new month is bringing into you. And look what we have, the Fool. This is you taking a leap of faith. This is you moving forward, unencumbered, with no baggage. Because if you think about the Fool in traditional tarot, at least, it's illustrated with a person who literally has like a little satchel on the end of a stick. They got their little dog with them. Like, that's my roll dog. That's my day one. I'm good. They're not bringing much with them on this next journey. And they're standing on the edge of a cliff. They have no idea what's in front of them, but they have enough faith to take that leap. So the Fool is all about new beginnings. It's about experiencing new things. It's about taking chances that you may not have taken before. And more importantly, it's about going without the baggage, without the weight that you may have had before. And to clarify, we have the Star and the Page of Pentacles. These are 2 absolutely beautiful cards to clarify the Fool, because what we have here with the Page of Pentacles is the foundation of newfound stability. The Page of Pentacles is something tangible that's coming in, something that sort of gives you a glimpse of what this stable abundance looks like that's coming towards you. So there might be a sense of you seeing little signs. You might see angel numbers. You might see little coincidences, even though nothing's really a coincidence, but you might start seeing things lining up in your favor. And I think that that's going to be enough to spark hope. But you're going to start dreaming. The Star is all about dreams and wishes and hopes coming to fruition. And so I think that what you're going to start seeing in the midst of all of these questions that you might have had previously is these little seeds that are being planted for your dreams to start coming true. So, and Leos, I'm going to be honest, it feels like it's been a little bit of a rough patch for you. There was another sign that I did, I can't remember which one, but had the same sort of rocky path over the past few weeks, few months, few years. And you're just kind of sitting there like, what in the ever loving F is going on right now? And there haven't really been any sort of answers that were given to you. But I think that you're going to start seeing signs that you're coming out of this. You're coming out of that energy. And you're going to start seeing these little signs that, you know what, things are going to be okay. Now, something to leave behind and move past, we have the 9 of Wands. This is really about the person who is sort of making their last stand. This is someone who's exhausted, but they're still sort of fighting through it. And I feel like at this point, Spirit is saying that something you need to leave behind is this sort of fight mode that you've been in. This is the time for you to exhale. This is a time for you to relax. You've given sort of everything you can, I think, trying to figure out how to get these answers, what these answers are. And it feels like a bit of a draining energy, right? We also have that clarified by the 3 of Swords. Those disappointments that you may have been fighting through, that you may have been holding on to a little bit, it's time to let that go. The 3 of Swords is all about disappointment. It's about heartbreak. It's about betrayal. It's a lot of hurt. It feels like that you've been holding on to, Leo. And the 9 of Wands, you've been thugging it out. You've been trying to fight through it as much as you can. It's time to let that energy go. Now, maybe that means that you start taking care of yourself a little bit better. Maybe that means that you go to a therapist or, a mental health professional to sort of get coping mechanisms to deal with whatever it is that you've experienced. Maybe this is you starting a meditation or a yoga practice, whatever it is that makes you feel whole, whatever it is that makes you feel centered. It's time for you to let this hurt go, because oftentimes there are no answers for the things that we experience, whether it's somebody treating us poorly or an opportunity not coming to fruition that we thought we should have had. One of the quotes that I read recently said that one of the hardest things to do in life is to accept an apology that we know we'll never get. So if this is someone who at some point has wronged you, or you feel betrayed by someone, this whole sort of pushing, waiting, it's not serving you. And you might have to accept that you're not going to get the specific answers for these situations, but figure out what the best way is to sort of accept it, to reconcile with it, and to figure out a way to move on to your better life. Because this energy of being stuck in why, it's not going to help you move forward. And I almost feel like it's draining your energy. It's keeping you in a place where you can't necessarily be positive about what's coming towards you. And the energy that's around you is absolutely amazing. So figure out a way to let this go. Now, how you can get the most out of this upcoming month, out of October, we have the King of Wands and we have the Empress. This is when passion sort of meets strength and focus. So clearing out this nasty energy of disappointment or hurt is going to allow you to find that fire that you had once upon a time. I don't think it's completely gone because you've been in fight mode so long. And I don't think that you'd be fighting for something that you didn't necessarily believe in. But now is the time for you to tap into your boss energy and remember who it is that you were before all of this chaos started. Even if it may have put you off of your path a little bit and led to these questions like, why is this happening? Why am I stagnant? Why am I not moving forward? This is Spirit's way of telling you, remember who you are. And remember why you were on this path. You still have it in you. This Empress energy, this willingness to nurture, to create something new, to bring something to fruition in your life, that is still in you. And with this King of Wands, so is that fire. Now, maybe it's been a little bit, Maybe it's been a little bit tamped down, because of situations that have happened. But at your core, this is still you. You are still strong. You are still nurturing. You are still passionate. Spirit just needs you to bring that back to the forefront so you can move forward. Now, something that's related to your journey that you should explore: chains. Why are you tying yourself up? And this card has come out in a couple of the readings that I have done for other zodiac signs. But there's very much this sense of keeping yourself stuck, and that might be related to trying to figure out answers to these questions that you still have. Asking yourself the whys and not getting any answers may lead to frustration that's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you from being optimistic, from seeing what's in front of you, the possibilities that exist. And we have that clarified by the Ten of Swords. So these are very much two cards of burden. The chains, the Ten of Swords, that's all about betrayal, being backstabbed, almost like being kicked while you're down. And again, Leo, I feel like you've had a bit of a rough time of it, and it's only natural, it's only human that it's going to take some time for you to get out of that. But this is something that you need to explore as you continue on your journey. Because without getting to the root of this, without figuring out how to let go of this energy, you're not going to be able to continue on to the next step. And that's going to be to your detriment. Because again, the energy that's coming in is amazing. It's full of hopes and dreams and wishes and wonderful things. But you're not going to be able to get there dwelling on these questions, trying to get these answers that you may never get. Now, something that you need to be mindful of this month, we have the Page of Cups and we also have the Three of Pentacles. So these cards are really about community, right? This is a little offer. There are people around you that care, that will be able to help you get to the next phase of your life's journey. These are folks who are willing to work with you. They want to work with you. They care about you. There's some level of concern and affection. So as you are sort of working your way through these questions, make sure that you keep your eyes open for people around you who have shown you support. No matter how large or how small it's been, it feels like there is a community that you have around you that is ready and willing to engage in you getting to your dreams, into you putting yourself on that path, moving beyond this betrayal and this disappointment with whatever it is that's happened to you in the past. So, I don't really see any sort of cards that indicate that you're keeping to yourself or that you're shutting people out. But now this is the time to embrace the people who are around you, because it seems like you have a support system that's ready and waiting for you to take the next step. And they're going to be there cheering you on. They're going to be there helping you. And so all you need to do is try and get out of this why energy and look forward to the good things that life has to offer. So I'm going to leave it there. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next reading.